Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today our group is gonna be presenting about CSR communication analysis. The company we choose is Boustead Holdings Berhad or BHB. It started way back in 1828. Boustead started as a tiny trading company by a British merchant named Edward Boustead. The company grew very quickly in the 1900s. Now, it is owned by Lembaga Tabung Angkatan Tentera or LTAT. The company is almost 200 years old and it is still going strong. It is one of Malaysia's largest and biggest company. As a holding company, they own the majority of shares or equity from smaller companies. So, they work in 5 main areas. First, plantation. Second, property and industrial. Third, pharmaceutical. 4, heavy industries. 5th, trading and finance. Their main goal is to increase value for shareholders while pushing for new ideas and strict rules on governance and honesty. They have a plan called Reinventing Boustead that combines in ESG, that's environmental, social and governance, through something called the Boustead Hijau Framework. For CSR, Boustead does a lot of stuff for CSR. They focus on things like the big plan for better company honesty, sustainable farming, and helping communities with programs. All this lines up with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals or SDG. In short, Boustead aims to grow the economy while caring for people and the planet.
Now, I will talk about the environmental CSR activities. For environmental care, the company mainly focuses on 2 divisions, which are the plantation and heavy industries divisions. These 2 areas have the biggest impacts on the environment, so it makes sense that the company gives more attention to them. One of their main environmental goals is to reduce greenhouse gas emissions by 15% within 5 years, using 2019 as the baseline. This shows that the company is taking the responsibility for reducing pollution and supporting environmental sustainability. Next, we can see their efforts in reducing resource usage. In the 2022 to 2023 period, the plantation division successfully reduced water consumption by 5%. This is very important because water is a limited natural resource. In addition to that, the company also reduced palm oil mill effluent or POME by 6%. POME can cause environmental pollution if not managed properly. So, this reduction helps to protect water quality and the surrounding environment. Lastly, the company is also committed to protecting biodiversity. They expanded their high conservation value or HCV areas by more than 500%, which now covers about 3,472 hectares. These areas are important because they help protect wildlife, plants, and natural ecosystems. This effort shows that the company is not only focusing on business performance but also thinking about long-term environmental protection.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Haris bin Jamaluddin, and today I want to talk about the social and principle of governance of Boustead Holdings. So, what does social and principle of governance mean? It means a focus on fairness, inclusion, and societal well-being. Its core of principle governance is to ensure an effective, ethical, and accountable systems, like being transparent, following the law, being responsive, and being efficient, working together for a sustainable development and to keep a public trust between the company and the people. How does Boustead do this? Boustead does this by taking care of their stakeholders' well-being. They would often engage with key stakeholders groups such as employees, customers, shareholders, and local communities. Next, they focus on community engagement, specifically online. Their social media account is very active. Their LinkedIn account is always posting something to tell the public of their workings and to also congratulate on New Year or festivities and such. Lastly, the principle of governance is being handled by the Boustead Integrity and Governance Plan. This movement is made to be open and transparent, have zero tolerance toward corruption across all subsidiaries.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Ainumadana Razman and my metric number is L23B0312. I will be discussing how Boustead Holdings Berhad or BHB applies corporate social responsibility or CSR strategically rather than seeing it as a setback. I will explain this using three academic frameworks. First, stakeholder theory explains that a company creates value by considering all parties affected by its actions, not only shareholders. As a result, Boustead governance and social performance directly impact Malaysian veterans' retirement security. Through initiatives like the Big Plan, Boustead improves transparency and work closely with regulators and plantation communities, treating them as partners rather than obstacles. Next is the triple bottom line theory. It focuses on people, planet, and profit. Boustead applies this through its Boustead Hijau initiative. By protecting over 3,400 hectares of high conservation value land, the company shows that environmental responsibility is not just a cost, but a long-term business investment. Lastly is the Carroll CSR pyramid, which explains CSR as a progression from economic and legal responsibilities to ethical and philanthropic duties. While many companies stop at compliance, Boustead goes further by voluntarily adopting greenhouse gas reduction targets beyond legal requirements and also supporting educational programs for military families. In conclusion, Boustead shows that CSR is not just about image or profit, but about sustainable value creation. By integrating these three frameworks, Boustead positions itself as a business that generally gives back to society while securing its future.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Anis Ayuni binti Muhammad Hassan Aris Multa and my metric number is L23A0340. For CSR communication evaluation, I will be explaining how Boustead Holdings Berhad communicates its corporate social responsibility or CSR. Boustead Holdings Berhad mainly communicates its CSR through integrated reports. These reports combine financial performance with sustainability information, which shows that CSR is integrated into the company's overall business strategy. Boustead Holdings Berhad also follows international reporting standards such as the International Integrated Reporting Framework and the Global Reporting Initiative, also known as GRI. This helps improve transparency and build trust, especially among the investors. And the next part is strengths and weaknesses of CSR communication of Boustead Holdings Berhad. For the strengths, one positive aspect is that Boustead Holdings Berhad use third-party verification such as Malaysian Sustainable Palm Oil, or known as MSPO certification. This increases the credibility of Boustead Holdings Berhad sustainability claims. Another strength is that Boustead Holdings Berhad shares CSR stories on platforms like LinkedIn and its official websites, which helps make the company appear more transparent and human. However, there are some weaknesses. Boustead Holdings Berhad CSR communication on social media is mostly one way, with limited interaction with the public. In addition, CSR information is not evenly communicated across all business divisions, and the overall communication style can feel too corporate, which may reduce public engagement. Thank you.
Next, I will be talking about the recommended CSR activities for Boustead Holdings Berhad. First of all, Boustead should launch a Life Impact digital portal. This is because Boustead's current information is currently buried under 200 pages of PDF document, in which people will never read. Imagine a simple mobile-friendly dashboard where a young environmentalist activist can check how many hectares of forests are being protected or how many scholarships are being granted this year. By launching this digital portal, Boustead can move from proving its value every single year to showing its value every single day. Next, Boustead should also implement a challenges and lessons section into their communication strategy. Instead of just celebrating their wins, they should also discuss their struggles in their plantation business. For example, the complexities of waste management or the ethical dilemmas of supply logistics. By being open about their struggles, Boustead can move from being a faceless corporation into a corporation that genuinely cares for the people. Last but not least, Boustead should also give the microphone to the audience. For instance, to a veteran who is benefiting from MSPO training. This is because by turning data into a living story, Boustead can prove their worth. In conclusion, Boustead is a company that cares more about the people and the planet than the profits. They do this by committing to strong governance, social support, and environmental care. Through theories such as Caro's CSR pyramid, Boustead shows us that real success comes from looking after people and the planet too. By making their information more accessible, sharing their challenges openly online, and letting people talk on their real experiences, Boustead can build stronger and better connections with people.